Alright, YouTube, so today I'm going to exchange my thoughts on JADE HELM 15. And many people don't know what JADE HELM 15, so let me take this portion of the video to explain essentially what it is. JADE HELM 15 is a military exercise which is taking place over a few states in the country from July 2015 to September 2015. And these have been done in the past, but people seem to think that this is some sort of covert military martial law infiltration turning to overt martial law implementation, like swindling the United States population into just thinking it's some sort of training exercise, when in reality it's when they are gonna round you up and put you in the FEMA camps. And I'm gonna get into that later, but right now, it would be foolish for the United States military to turn on its own people. Keep in mind, we pretty much give them the power to do what they do. We could very easily not pay our taxes in masses, totally destroying their budget cuts. And they wouldn't have the finances to pay for anything to be able to buy ammunitions and missiles and armored vehicles that could essentially take a 50 caliber sniper round and still not penetrate the walls or whatever, the walls of it. And my problem with this is that these have been done in the past with almost no quarrels. These type of exercises occur in Chicago all the time. You see Apache helicopters flying around with troops. There was even one instance where a joint simulation occurred where the Polish Special Force and an American Special Operations Force joined together with a group of a troop of Boy Scouts that volunteered to essentially be hostages. And it was a simulation training exercise to prepare them for the troops for like exercises and whatnot. And taking hostages and I guess kind of trying to find out in a crowd who's the bad guy or whatever, you know, some radical terrorists, stuff like that. I don't necessarily agree with these types of drills. I think maybe they should pay volunteers to go for a day and kind of be used as, I guess, the ones that are having the stuff done to them on the, you know, the huge masses of land that they want or they own, to do all sorts of training. I think that would be a better alternative. But as it stands, it's just a training exercise, people. There would be no possible way that the American military could overtake, for example, Texas, could overtake a bunch of gun-crazed Texans who all have guns and who are pretty much have it in their blood to stick up for a fight. If you know any history about the Mexican-American War. Yeah. My other thoughts about these FEMA camps. I don't think they're going to be mass-scaled concentration camps. I think this is just something the government's being funded to, or is putting funding into, because in the instance of some sort of nuclear holocaust and some instance that we're being invaded, I think it's a way to get people and round them up to keep them safe, even though it is kind of a draconian way of doing things. And I think the plastic coffins are going to be used for bodies, and they're just going to throw a few bodies in those plastic coffins and bury them. I mean, it's unconstitutional anyway for the government to be able to do that in the first place. And knowing the American people, we're not going to go down with the fight. So, JADE HELM 15 being the supposed martial law takeover plot is just asinine. Peace out.